Let's try this again. Network completely went out. So, let's get back into it. Give me 1 second to get us pulled back up here. Ain't nobody but the devil didn't want y'all to get all this good stuff to help y'all learn how to manage these relationships and get out of these messed up situations. And here come the internet crash. Let's get ready. Last week, we discussed, well, number one, let's always start with our definition for relationships. A relationship is two people on a ship learning to relate, right? Because you can only have a relationship with one person at a time. I don't even care if you're into this new polygamy thing, right? And it's a three-way thing. Doesn't even matter. You're going to relate to one differently than you relate to the other because they're two different individuals, even though they're all on the same ship. Get it? So the first thing that we dealt with was the law of attraction. You know, the things that got you interested in Hello Kitty and your Ken doll. What piqued your interest about this relationship? Was it their looks? Well, those fade. Was it the smooth words they whispered in your ear? Well, sometimes those turn to screaming bouts and matches when you haven't perfected the art of communication, because you have to get to know the individual you're on this journey with. Otherwise, you're going to jump ship after it's already left the dock. Now you're going to have to figure out if you can swim. While you're in the water, you're going to have to deal with sharks, octopus, or, hoes and tramps and ninjas with attitudes. Let's talk about it. Predators waiting to catch you at your most vulnerable spot. Then we went on to discuss, after you figured out what piqued your interest, tickled your fancy, what made you invest in this shit with this individual? What was it, right? Because you gotta know that. Because in relationships, you don't really get to choose which part you want and which part you want to leave. It's a package deal if you're talking about a forever thing. So I have to accept you and you have to accept me, flaws and all. But then we work together to deal with those imperfections so that they are perfected for each other. Because see, that's the problem. Everyone goes into a relationship about what I want, what I want, what I want, what I need, what I need. Who goes into the relationship and thinks, what do we need for this to work? How do we need to communicate for this to work? Jobs do we need to have for this to work? Because when you're trying to make it a forever thing, you ditch the I for a we. So I don't do this because it will hurt us. I'm not going to say this because it will hurt us. I'm not going to go here because it's going to hurt us. Because we are one. So when you have pain, baby, I feel it. When you're having a bad day, baby, I feel it. Because we're one. My mom and my stepdad were so in tune that my stepdad would know when she was getting ready to start her menstrual because he would crave black licorice. Let's talk about it. Two becoming one. If you're in a relationship and you're still talking about relationship is in trouble. You might not know it, but I'm here to tell you that it is. So then we went on to talk about availability. How available are you to be used? But we dealt with it from two different angles. Okay, so y'all listen. My network is going in and out, and I'm not sure why it's freezing right now. So what we're going to do is we'll redo our Wellness Waves Wednesdays on tomorrow. So just join us on tomorrow. I'll make sure all the kinks is rubbed out. I'll probably have another special additive in there for you for the mix up and mess up on today since it canceled all of our stuff. But please join us on tomorrow night. We will be doing our Wellness Waves Wednesday on tomorrow, and I can attempt to figure out why it's skipping so much. And it could be just because we've been having some intermittent weather down here, and it could be because it's a smaller town messing with the towers right now. But we'll try this again tomorrow night. I hope up until the glitches, you've enjoyed this week's crossover episode of Ex-Filez Exposed meets Wellness Waves Wednesdays. And we'll be continuing Wellness Waves Wednesdays along with something else on tomorrow. Drop in the chat for me and let me know what time is the best time for you guys for us to be able to do our first watch party over on Patreon, and also let me know what's the best day for you, because I want to make sure we can all be in attendance and we can all enjoy our movie night. All right, confidants, always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.